This is Daryl Olson, Jackson Fishing Team, and our next fly that we're tying for our speckled trout fly series is this fly right here. It's a Bendback style, but it's called the Trout Bite. Almost kind of like, well, let's just say electric chicken, maybe tutti frutti, whatever color you want to call it. And on there, and I'll try to get a better lighting on that for when we look at it a little closer and get time. So why don't we get going? All right. Well, this here's the Trout Bite I'm going to tie up. It's using a Bendback hook. Looks kind of like it represents maybe a shrimp pattern, but we'll go ahead and explain the materials as I go along and tie that. The hook I'm going to use is a Umpqua XS 435 and a Bendback in a size 2. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to debarb that. And we'll place that in the vise. We're going to probably reposition it again. So I'm going to kind of position it so that this part of the hook shank is parallel with the tabletop. The thread I'm going to use is a uni thread, a 220 denier, 3/0 in Chartreuse, and we're just going to start that right here at the bend of that Bendback right here. We're going to take that back just about where the point is, and we'll take back to where the barb used to be. And then I'll take it up. I'm just going to build it up a little bit. Use some hot pink Estaz 30mm or Grande size. And I'm going to try to pull some of these fibers off from the rope. And we're going to put the hot pink at the back here. And we're going to do about where it's halfway. And that's roughly going to be about maybe 4 turns of this Estaz. And I'm going to pull back the fibers so I'm not trapping any. It's 2. Three. And we'll trim. Trim that off. Next we're going to use some Chartreuse Estaz, same size, 30mm or Grande, whatever that is, and we're going to trim off the fibers. being a shrimp patterns, it kind of maybe represents, let's say, an egg-laying shrimp. That pink back there. And we'll trim that off. I'm going to reposition it so now that the bend back of the eye is maybe parallel, and turn it right side up. And next material we're going to do is we're going to use a few fibers of Flashabou and pearl. Not too many, 3 or 4 fibers. I'm going to just wet that, easier to handle. And I'm going to lay one side over on one side and on this side. Then we're going to tie in our bucktail. I'm going to use some Chartreuse bucktail. And you don't want a lot, it's like less is better. Clean out any of the under fur or under hair. And we want this to be about 2 lengths of the hook shank. I'm going to trim this off. And we're going to tie it right on top. I'm trying to keep it on top of the hook. And this is the part that'll make it sort of weedless with that bucktail. And then we'll tighten it down. Then we'll give it a whip finish. Trim these Flashabou just a little bit longer. get my UV resin out. Oh, I could cut this off. And we'll cure that. And there you have it. A trout bite for speckled sea trout. Will work on redfish, I'll bet. Maybe black drum. Like I said, it probably imitates a shrimp pattern, and tutti frutti, or try tie it in other colors as well. But I'm just gonna keep it with that. I've had luck with that color scheme lately. So that's about it for that. Let's discuss it a little bit more. Yeah, and this is the completed thing. The concept on a Bendback is that it'll swim upside down without the eyes, and then in theory the Bucktail kind of gives it a weed protection type thing, but maybe not 100%. But there you have it. The Trout Bite is what it's called. Maybe trout norsel, but I think trout will really go crazy for it. We're going to be finding out here probably towards October, November, when the trout are really getting active. All right, I'm Daryl, and we'll see you on the water.